Good morning, my wonderful SS learners. Wow, I love you all. Thanks for your participation in the classes and the interaction. You guys are wonderful. And our topic for today is aquatic habitat. Such an interesting topic. Aquatic habitat. What is an aquatic habitat? Aquatic habitat is a body of water in which certain organisms live naturally. In other words, aquatic habitat are habitats or place that relate to life in water, e.g. fish, crab, toads, and aquatic plants. Now types of aquatic habitat, we have the marine, which are the saltwater habitat. We have the estuarine and brackish, where the freshwater and saltwater meet, and we have the freshwater habitat. Now, but in this topic, today we'll be talking about the marine habitat, which is the saltwater habitat. The ocean or seas at their shores constitute a marine habitat. Ocean, see, they are salty water. Marine habitat refers to aquatic habitat which contains salt water. Just know that contains salt water. Now, characteristics of marine habitat: salinity. They have high degree of saltiness, as in concentration of salt solution in oceans. The marine habitat have high salinity and its average salinity is put at 35.2 per 1000. Density, their depth. Marine habitat has high density, hence many organisms can float in it. Density of ocean is about 1028, while freshwater is 1.00. So the density of ocean is higher than that of fresh water. Pressure. The pressure varies from 1 atmosphere at the surface level to about 1000 atmosphere at the greatest depth. Size. The ocean alone occupies over 70% or 360 million square kilometers of the Earth's total area of 510 million square kilometers. So the ocean occupies the largest part in the Earth. Now, examples: we have Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean. Now, current. Ocean water is always moving towards a particular direction. Ocean water is also always moving towards a particular direction. The directional movement is called current. Current is caused by winds, rotation of the earth, and differences in water density between one part of the ocean and another. So, tides. These are the alternatory rise and fall of the ocean water twice a day, and this is as a result of the rotation of the earth. So this is what causes tide, the rise and fall of ocean. If you've been to an ocean before, you see how the water rises and falls as a result of rotation of the earth. So tides are caused by gravitational pull on the earth during high tide. Lagoons and estuaries are filled with water, while in low tide the water levels falls drastically. Marine plants and animals are divided into three: plankton, nectins, and predators. So we have the plankton, consists of small to microscopic organisms which float due to passively and swim. Plankton is divided into two. We have the phytoplankton, which are the plant plankton, and the zooplankton, which are the animal plankton. The phytoplankton, which is plant plankton, is the producer, while the zooplankton is the consumer. Examples of phytoplankton are protists and algae. Consumer plankton includes crustaceans, protozoan, mollusks, worms, rotifers, animals, larvae, etc. Nectin consists of animals that swim or move actively. Examples are reptiles, fish, squids, crabs, etc. Benthos. These are organisms that are called benthos. The organisms that are called benthos are those that live in the bottom of the sea lakes. They are also known as bottom dwellers. And examples of these are the burrowing animals, seaweed, sensor animals, etc. So they are independent of the tides, currents, and waves. We have major zones in the marine habitat. We have the supratidal or splash zone. This is the area where water splashes when the waves break at the shore. It is the exposed zone of the marine habitat. It is the own zone of the marine habitat. So you know that zone now, at the bank of the water. Intertidal or nitric zone. It is also called planktonic or euphotonic zone, and it is only exposed at low tide or covered by water at high tide. It has high photosynthetic activity because of abundant sunlight. Yes, we see that the population of plant there will be very phytoplankton there will be very high because plants need enough sunlight to photosynthesize. So there you see there's a lot of phytoplankton because the sunlight can penetrate into that zone. Now another one is littoral or subtidal zone. This zone is about zoom deep. It's near the coast with abundant light and enough nutrients. Now we have benzene is underwater. It is also underwater and it's about 500-meter deep. It has low penetration of light. At this point, phytoplankton will be reduced because there is low penetration of light and nutrients. So you find little or no phytoplankton here. I have the pelagic or Arctic zone. It's about 700 deep. It has low temperature, low light penetration, and high pressure, low photosynthetic activities, and primary production of it is by chemosynthesis. Now, in this place, no light. There is low light, so you don't expect phytoplankton to be much. Photosynthetic activities cannot take place like much. They only make use of chemical to synthesize their food. Plants make use of chemical to synthesize their food in this region. Unlike the aphotic is even deeper than the abyssal. It is over 700 meter. Note, the abyssal is about not up to is about 700, but the aphotic is over 700 meter deep. It forms the floor or bed of the ocean. Yeah, from the floor. There's no light penetration. No photosynthetic activities at all can take place because there is no light penetration. And there exists in three zones. This aphotic zone, we have the euphotic zone, dysphotic zone, and aphotic zone. So we have the euphotic zone. Dysphotic is not dysphotic, please. Dys, dysphotic zone and aphotic zone. Now the euphotic zone is the area which is directly connected with sunshine. Now dysphotic zone is the region of dim light consumer and decomposers are found there. This is the present this represents the bottom or bed of the sea and oceans. It is characterized by cold dark water without light penetration. Very little living organisms are found in the zone. Now distribution of microorganisms. So microorganisms in marine. Now you can see plants in the marine habitat include seaweed. We have the algae. We have the sesuvium. We have the planktons. So you can go through it. These are the zones of a marine habitat. Just try to look at the image. Look at the different zones we have and look at the depth where it's been located on this image. Because of time, I don't want to bore you with stories. Now, animals in the marine habitat and their adaptive features. We have animal in the marine habitat. We have the barnacles. You can see they have protective mantle or pad for attachment or anchorage to rock shore. They fix themselves to rock shore. You have cilia for feeding and shield which prevent desiccation and mantle and retain water. We have cartilaginous fish like fish and shark. They have the ability to retain urea in their body to cope with high salinity. So they are able to cope with high salinity by retaining urea in their body. Now bony fishes like tilapia and herring drink salt water to cope with high salt content of the ocean. They also possess salt secreting glands in their gills or eyes to enable them maintain osmotic regulation of salt balance. We have shrimps, we have crabs, we have periwinkles, we have starfish. Try you seen shrimps in the lab before in our labs. Crabs, yeah. See, they are capable of burrowing fast into the mud. If you've been to a beach before, you see all these things. Periwinkles, they possess lungs for breathing and food for attachment. Starfish, they possess feet which enable them to hold on to rock shores and ice shells, which prevent desiccation or drying up. Food chain in marine habitat. You have a typical food chain in marine habitat could be up to 3 or 4 trophic levels. I'm sure we should know food chain by now. Been taught in your SS1. Yeah, I can remember that. Now the phytoplanktons, e.g. diatoms, serve as major producers which supports the food chain. Some examples of food chain are diatoms. The diatoms are the phytoplankton. They are the major producers. Now this is zooplankton. These are animals. They are consumers. So these zooplanktons have to depend on the diatoms, and the tilapia, which are fishes, have to depend on these zooplanktons, and the sharks have to depend on this tilapia. Can you see the food chain? Now look at this one, has 3 food chain. Now these are primary producers, these are primary consumers, these are secondary consumers, and these ones are tertiary. The first ones, we have producers, we have consumers, we have consumers, we have consumers. Here we have diatoms. Crabs feed on diatom, tilapia feeds on crabs. Okay, that is that for today, and do have a wonderful day. If you have any question, any challenges, let's meet in the classroom and let's discuss. Thank you.